This year for San Jose Day, I wanted to present something new and different from last year's show. I attempted a documentary to better understand San Jose.
This is Sam Ruckus music. Check it out. You ain't doing nothing.
For me, it was always going to be like that. I was always going to be the guy who like wore a Sharks jersey and fucking screamed out my city's name, and that's how I was going to separate myself from everybody else. But also, that's how I was going to give my city something to root for outside of the Sharks. You know what I mean?
For me, it's family and community. You know, I mean, it's my home. The San Jose culture. I think one thing is that we're collaborative. I think that's really kind of important, that you see people from all kinds of different walks of life being able to come together and get along. At the same time, though, I do think that there is still a lot of segmented cultures that are going on, and great stuff is happening in each one of those cultures. And they don't always know what the other one is doing. So I'm always backfoot on that. Is like, how much do you need to mix? How much do you not need to mix? Everybody always kind of waves that flag for the South Bay and San Jose that's very diverse. But I mean, I think that's a really beautiful distinction that we have.
That diversity goes across cultures, across races, across like experiences, like everything. And I think that that is something that San Jose could really like rest its hat on and be really embraceful of.
Even though we're a really big city and our landscape is very spread out, if you are part of the scene, or if you're somehow connected to a scene, someone in that circle is going to know someone from another circle.
What I would like to see with San Jose, though, is that arts organizations, that the arts and the creativity would be able, that the ecosystem would be able to support the artist who's trying to make a living. That their art would be appreciated and also have the audience so that they can sustain a living.
Public art is so important, but what's really important is that we're able to pay our artists and not just beautify the city for free, because I think that art as an economic engine comes with a price. Is
the idea of kind of like the whole tech and innovation aspect of it. So we actually live in a region where you hear more of people looking to do a side project that they want to turn into like their livelihood. I think you hear a lot more. There's a lot of dreamers. There's a lot of like innovative people who think like, wow, I'm going to start this. It doesn't happen as much as you in the rest of like culture. People kind of like do their job and they kind of do it. But here, people are like, oh, I'm going to start a magazine. I'm going to start video production, like, you know, and then they just go for it and do it. There's something about in this area that people think like it's possible to make things happen.
For me, individually, like I don't really think a lot about like breaking on a national scale. I'm always trying to think about, okay, how do I grow this fan base that I've already like created? You know what I mean? And I think that that is kind of a mentality that comes from a city like this.
I think people who are in their mid-20s or even early 30s have a responsibility to the next generation. And I think in order for our city to progress and evolve like other cities like San Francisco, Oakland, Los Angeles, you look at outside of our state like Seattle, Portland and whatnot, I think it's our responsibility to provide leadership, but then also to approach local government or local establishments and say, hey, we need venues, so then that way we can foster the creativity that exists.